sure everything's working here. Oh, okay, wow, you guys are so good. I didn't say a word, you guys are quiet already. It's amazing. This must be our last show of the year. I'm Matt with the Contra Costa Clean Water Program, and who out there's ever heard of Mr. Funnelhead before? Anybody? Okay, but who knows what Mr. Funnelhead's job is? He's got a job to do. Big job, big job. Do you know? You're kind of sure, not sure? Next to you? Recycling, that's a good start, but what's the... Hey, Dr. Freckle, what are you doing out here?
Well, you said that there were only going to be like 30 or 40 students. This is way more than 30 or 40. I'm not used to speaking to such big crowds.
Well, I think this is your first chance to really deal with a bigger lecture later today. Because this Dr. Freckle, he's our head lecturer from the Lawrence Hall of Science. Is that what it is?
I'm not comfortable with this at all.
Okay, well, you can go hide back there, and I'll talk to these kids for a little bit, okay? Thanks, Doctor. He's a little shy, okay? He's a professor. He's really good at inventing things, but he's not the best about talking to a group of children or even adults. So, but who knows what Mr. Funnelhead's big job is again? He said recycle, but what's he like to recycle the most? Bottles, he likes bottles, but that's not his big thing. Ooh, give her a big hand, oil. That's right. Because believe it or not, there are still people taking the oil out of their cars, and out here in Knightsen, it's very important to take that oil and recycle it because you've got a lot of great farmland, a lot of beautiful areas right here, and you don't want that ground to be all black and gooey, do we? No, we don't want that. So Mr. Funnelhead wants to keep you guys thinking about the environment, keep thinking about our water supply, which is very close by. What's the big body of water about 3 miles to our northeast? Exactly, the Delta. Give her a big hand. That's right, the Delta. So, we got a really cool show. This is our last show of the year. And at the end, I'm going to tell you about a contest which is supposed to end today, but we're going to give you guys an extra week to get it in. Our entry forms for the Mr. Funnelhead Calendar Art Contest, where we have a first prize is a $1,000 laptop computer. But you only have a week to get it in, so we'll talk about it at the end of the show. Here we go. Thank you, Dr. Freckle. Knightsen Elementary, for your viewing pleasure, now in its 13th year, the Contra Costa Clean Water Program and the California Integrated Waste Management Board presents The Adventures of Mr. Funnelhead. With this year's show, Dr. Freckle and Mr. Slyde. And now, how about a big Knightsen welcome to our projector specialist, Mr. Funnelhead!
All right! Yeah! I am Mr. Funnelhead, the captain of clean water and used oil recycling in Contra Costa County. You want to have a little fun this morning? Do you want to have some fun this morning? That's right. All right, Matt. Let's get this gig started. I've been working on my guitar hero. Just take that oil filter off the shelf. I'm gonna change my oil by myself. I won't hurt the river of soil. It's free and easy to recycle oil. Some people stump it in the street though.
Mr. Funnelhead,
And let their oil spill all over the floor.
Got it.
Those kind of people sure make my blood boil. Why can't they learn to recycle oil? That's why I love to recycle oil. And bottles, paper, and aluminum foil. So if you're gonna live according to Hoyle, you better learn to recycle oil. Some people dump it in the storm drain, where it will get into the rivers and streams. But it won't take a lot of money or toil
'cause people slip and fall all over the floor.
Professor.
Yeah, the song kept.
The song is over, yeah. Now, everyone, this is my good friend, Professor Freckle, and look, I gotta ask you a quick question. How come you were out here singing? This was my big solo.
Oh, well, I brought out the guitar, because I thought you didn't have your guitar,
Right.
and well, then I saw all the students, and I got that stage fright feeling, and well, the music kind of just got into my bones, and the encouragement from the students, and I don't know, I guess I became a guitar hero too, huh?
Because, you know, Professor Freckle kept telling me that he had this horrible stage fright, so every time he tried to, like, talk in front of a really big crowd, or sing, or act, or dance, or anything like that, he got really scared, and he wasn't able to do it. So I figured I wouldn't be seeing you out here at all. I was going to have trouble even coaxing you to come out and give your talk.
Well, you know, I'm a different person now. You know what?
Huh?
I'm thinking I might even audition for American Idol, huh? Yeah. What do you think of that?
Whoa. Let's take it one step at a time. Keep working on that. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I got my friend Professor Freckle here to show us something really special. You got something really special for us, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. Of course I do. Yes,
Right.
I wanted to show you
What?
this.
What is that?
This, let's see.
Ooh.
This is the plasmatron.
The plasma.
Yeah, look at it. Isn't it?
Wow, looks kind of dangerous.
Oh, no, it's not.
Electricity in it?
No electricity, Mr. Funnelhead. It's plasma. See, I can touch it perfectly safe. Just making those nice spark connections.
Wow. That's really gonna change the world there, all right. What does it do?
I have no idea. But it sure is cool to look at, don't you think?
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Anyway, that's really neat and everything, but I was talking about the other thing that you were going to do at the show today.
Oh, yes, of course. You mean my invention.
Yes, your invention.
My invention. Oops, look at that go. The ORRD.
ORRD.
Yes, it's called the ORRD, which stands for Oil Recycling Responsibility Detector.
That's a mirror.
No, Mr. Funnelhead, it's an ORRD. See,
Now,
what you do is you look into it, and it tells you what things need to be, who is responsible for recycling.
Ooh, yeah. Looking good.
Mr. Funnelhead.
Yeah, I get it. So if you look into this ORRD, then you see yourself. And
Right?
you're the one
Yes, of course you do.
that's responsible for recycling. It's like you guys can be responsible for recycling cans, bottles, and newspapers at home and at school and things like spreading the word. We're going to talk a lot about oil recycling. So maybe that leads into your next big thing that you're going to show us.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I wanted to show you my next big thing.
What is that?
Which is well, actually, it's a 45-minute lecture on viscosity. Now, students...
No. I was hoping maybe that you'd share this slideshow with us.
Oh, my slideshow, yes. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, sorry, Mr. Funnelhead. Are you all right there?
I'm okay.
Okay, good. Now, Mr. Funnelhead, well, you know where oil comes from? It comes from the family car. Every 5,000 miles or so, the family car's oil needs to be changed, and you're left with a container of yucky used motor oil. Well, what do you do with that used motor oil? Well, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take it to the oil recycling center.
You know, this is all really important stuff you're talking about, I gotta say, but that music is so cheesy.
Cheesy. I picked that music out myself.
Well, it sounds like kind of like you're in an elevator or something.
Anyway, here's
Oh, but look at the pictures. They're so cute. Did your daughter draw those for you?
I drew those.
Oh.
Anyway,
They look really,
some careless people, moving on, some careless people take that oil and they dump it down the driveway.
Oh, no.
Yes, and that oil goes down the driveway, over the curb, down the gutter, into the storm drain, that drain that you see on the sidewalk there, right by the curb. And that oil goes right into that storm drain, and you know where it goes from there? It goes into your water supply. The rivers, the streams, the the lakes, the delta, and that is where your drinking water comes from. Now, let me ask you this. You wouldn't want to drink yucky, oily water, would you? No. You know what happens when you drink yucky, oily water? Well, you get sick. Right. Stomachache and you burp and it's really gross. And anyway, not only that, did you know that when you put oil in the water supply, it hurts the wildlife, the duckies, as you can see here, and there's a fishy with the X's on the eyes, and they're really unhappy. So we want to keep the oil out of the storm drain.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Now, one more thing, Mr. Funnelhead.
What's that?
Did you know that even touching used motor oil, you should never touch used motor oil with your finger, say. You should never touch it because it can change you from, this is my theory anyway, from a normally upstanding citizen into a snarling, polluting beast.
What?
Green hair.
Okay, all right, used motor oil is really gross, all right? I wouldn't want to touch it. I don't like touching it. I like cleaning it up. But I gotta say, I've never heard this thing that touching the oil causes you to turn into some kind
Of
of...
course you have, Mr. Funnelhead. It's
monster.
my theory. I'm just developing this theory. You'll be reading about it in future science publications. And it wouldn't just take touching the oil. There would need to be some kind of trauma involved as well. So you touch the oil and then receive a trauma.
Like if you touched your plasmatron-y doohickey.
Oh, no, Mr. Funnelhead. Let me assure everyone that a plasmatron is perfectly safe.
Right, okay.
Nothing could go wrong touching the plasmatron.
I'm sure.
Now, I wanted to show you some of my slides from when I went on vacation to Brandon Island. Me and my wife had a fantastic time dancing on the side.
No.
But,
Look at that, one try, got it to go up. That string is just gonna hang there, I think. Okay, we love to talk about your vacation, and the pictures look really great. Looked like you had a great time. Hey, you got a nice tan, too. But that's not why I invited you to come on the Funnelhead show. As much as I enjoyed the Slyde show, there was an even bigger reason to bring you here.
now you want to hear my lecture on Wisconsin.
No more lectures. Look, I brought you here so you could show us the robot.
A robot?
The robot.
Do you think these students are interested in a robot?
See?
Mr. Funnelhead, there's still some kinks I need to work out.
That's all right. Come on. What's the worst that could happen? Show us your robot.
What's the worst that can happen? Absolutely.
Yeah, bring it on.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, students of all ages, it is with great pleasure that I, Dr. Freckle, introduce to you the latest in recycling technology. I call it the FilthBot 3000. Come on out, FilthBot.
Whoa.
Look at that.
Whoa.
Excuse me. Come on.
Wow.
Forward, and stop.
That thing is huge.
Turn, stop. Good, FilthBot, yes.
Wow.
Now, the FilthBot 3000 was designed to recognize items that need to be recycled and then determine what's the most appropriate action to take with those items. Would you like a demonstration, Mr. Funnelhead?
Of course I would. Show me what it can do.
Let's see what we got here, huh? Now, maybe you students can tell me of an object that we recycle at home. And I wonder why you thought of that one. Well, I happen to have one right here. Let's see what the FilthBot does. FilthBot, what is that, and what do you do with it?
This is an aluminum can. It needs to be recycled in a recycling bin.
Excellent. Now forward, FilthBot. Forward, and down. Back a little bit. Drop. Excellent, FilthBot. What a good shot.
Hey, good shot. Hey, Professor, I gotta ask you, this is kind of a neat invention. I notice you're using that radio controller, but you're also talking to the robot. What's the deal with that?
Well, the robot was originally designed to recognize my voice commands, but for some reason, it's almost as if the robot finds my voice annoying, and I don't really understand why. Anyway, what's something else that you can recycle at home? Anyone? Bottles? What else? Is there something that your mom and dad reads? Yes. I happen to have one right here. Let's see how
Well read, I see.
The Philpott Dotson. Here you go. Philpott. What is that? And what do you do with it?
This is a newspaper. Hey! Hannah Montana's coming to Knightsen?
No, don't be silly. For some reason, he likes to make jokes. I don't understand that as well.
The robot just made that up?
I don't understand it. What is it, and what do you do with it?
This is a newspaper.
Yes.
It needs to be recycled in a recycling bin.
Very good. Forward. Stop. Down and drop. Good job, Philpott. Give him a hand, will ya?
Hey, so, okay, that's good for the simple items. Now, how does it do with the kind of the tougher things, you know?
Oh, yeah. So you mean things like oil and oil filters.
Yeah, that's an oil. And you know what, Professor? This thing kind of looks like a giant oil filter.
Well, I did that on purpose. For aesthetic reasons, I want to remind people that when you recycle your oil, you should also recycle your oil filter. See,
Right.
I even put a little face on it, like the Philpott. See how the Philpott does with the oil filter. Philpott, what is that?
My son!
Your son?
What?
No.
My
Philpott, don't be silly. What is that, and what do you do with it?
Give it a big hug!
No, Philpott. What is that, and what do you do with it?
Okay. This is a used oil filter. It needs to be taken to the nearest used oil recycling center.
Excellent.
Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING to find nearest facility. I will take it there now.
Stop, Philpott. Stop. Turn. Stop. Excellent. We'll take care of it later, Philpott. Very good. He was absolutely right. You take it to the nearest used oil recycle center, just like your oil.
So
Give him another big hand, would you?
That's really good. Now, it seems a little excitable, a little, kind of got its own mind, you know? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Does it recycle other things?
Well, it does recycle the most important thing of all, and that is used motor oil.
Right, I'll bet the robot even knows that it's free, easy, and cool to recycle used motor oil, right?
This is a lab coat. It needs to be taken to Goodwill or torn into rags.
No, this is a perfectly good
Take it
lab
easy
coat,
there,
only
robot.
17 years old.
These are eyeglasses. They need to be recycled.
Stop that, Philpott. Power down.
Wow, it just kind of does that all on its own. He's kind of right about that lab coat. It's looking a little shabby over there.
Oh, this is brand new. 17 years.
But it does have the robot has a
Yeah.
point. Because, you know, a lot of things can be recycled and reused, not just cans, bottles, and newspapers, right? So what we want to learn today, and we're going to talk about it a little more later, is this is about oil. Again, the oil here. Oil recycling is free, easy, and cool. So that's what we're going to talk about a lot more today. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and it's easy. You just call that same number. Remember the number the robot said? 1-800-NO-DUMPING. Repeat after me, 1-800-NO-DUMPING. Right, and they'll take your used motor oil for free, and it's easy because you call that number, they'll tell you where to take the oil. And the third thing is it's very cool.
Scared.
Well, why is it cool? Why? Because you talked about it in your slideshow. It keeps the oil out of the water. It keeps the oil from polluting the duckies and the fishies. And you don't want to turn on your tap at home and have oily water come out, do you?
Oh, of course.
Do you? No, you don't want that, and we don't want that for you. So if you tell all your your grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, anyone who will listen that oil recycling is free, easy, and cool, then people won't dump their oil anymore.
Exactly.
They won't dump it down the driveway, to the curb, into the gutter, then into the storm drain, and into your water supply. It won't happen anymore because everyone will know. So now, that's the number one reason we're here. We're talking about oil recycling. So what can the robot do about that?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to show that the robot can tell the difference between clean motor oil and dirty motor oil. See,
Wow.
Mr. Funnelhead
It really
was kind
can,
enough
huh? Wow, that's
to
good.
bring me these 2 jugs,
Yep.
one with clean motor oil and one with dirty. Now, this contains the clean motor oil. as
Oh,
you
wait,
can tell
that's,
when I
wait a
stick my
minute,
finger in.
Professor, hold on. That's the dirty oil. I mean, come on, it's in the junky old jug, and the new oil's in the new looking
Oh, I
jug.
should have thought of that.
Now you got used oil on your finger.
That's terrible.
That's really gross. Oh, look, don't wipe it on your coat. Your coat is in bad enough shape already. Let me get a rag for you. You can wipe that off, okay? Let me go find one.
Oh, I appreciate
There might be one over here. I'll
I
take a look.
appreciate that, Mr. Funnelhead. Well, it'll be terrible to get this oil on my finger, but I wonder where Mr. Funnelhead is. He certainly is taking his time about bringing on the rag. Well, maybe I can take some questions. Is there anybody here that has a question?
Wow. Still looking. Can't find that rag anywhere. Hey, where'd the professor go? Maybe he's over here. Hey, professor! Yo! Where'd you go?
Where am I? Who am I? Dr. Freckle, the famous used oil recycling scientist. No, it can't be. No. I am Mr. Slyde, the infamous oil polluter. And what have we here? A filth bot! I bet this is some creature designed by Dr. Freckle to recycle. Well, I think it could stand some adjusting. Now, Filthbot, awake. Now I'm going to adjust. Adjust. Yes! Now, Filthbot, speak.
We represent the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, the Lollipop Guild, and in the name of the Lollipop Guild.
No, stop! Obviously, I turned the wrong way. Let's try it the other way, and Filthbot, speak.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Stop. No, we're not warning people of danger, we're causing danger. Let's see, I'm gonna turn this all the way to evil. Robot, speak.
I am your father.
Stop! That's a little bit too evil. Just a little tiny turn to the right. Okay. Filthbot, speak.
Must poison duckies and fishies.
Yes.
Poison duckies
Yes!
and fishies.
Yes! Turn, Filthbot! Turn! Well, I was working on my robot earlier this week when I gave his circuit a little tweak. Then my robot took his jug to my delight. He started dumping oil on everything in sight. He did the mash. He did the dumpster mash. He turned the earth to trash. An ecological crash. He did the dumpster mash. Well, the oil went down the driveway and the gutter too. It dripped into the storm drain and then that too. Went flowing to the delta where lakes and streams. When the duckies and the fishies all began to scream. They did the mash. The dumpster mash. Now, I'm going to test the filtered style to see if it's still a recycling robot or my kind of monster. Now, monster, what is that and what do you do with it?
This is
Yes.
recycling in a recycling bin.
No! Foolish monster. Dr. Freckle would recycle in the recycling bin. But I, Mr. Slyde, throw cans on the ground, I command you. Throw it on the ground.
Seriously?
Seriously, throw it on the ground.
Yes, master.
Now, Wildbart, what is this? And what do you do?
This is a plastic bottle. It needs to be recycled in a recycling bin.
No, you foolish idiot robot! The Wildbart 3000 might put it in the recycling bin, but Wildenstein throws his bottles on the ground! I command you, throw it on the ground!
Are you sure?
I am sure!
Yes, master.
Okay, so who cares that you don't throw your cans and bottles unless I tell you to? What I really care about is this. Wildbart, what is this? And what do you do with it?
Is used mobile, and it needs to be dumped into the delta.
He's alive! He's alive!
Hey, Professor, I got that rag. Let's see. Hey, it's all cleaned up. Hey, listen, what was so funny? You were laughing about something just now, and I wondered, because, you know, when I was a little tiny funnel, I looked just a little different than everybody else, so people tended to, you know, laugh at me a little bit, and it really kind of hurt my feelings. So I'm wondering what you were laughing at. I hope you weren't laughing at me. So what was so funny? Huh? What was so funny?
I wasn't laughing. And wait. Excuse me, students. Obviously, you're very excited about something. I was just standing here for a few minutes.
Now, wait a minute. I was gone for like, I don't know, 5 minutes.
No, Mr. Funnelhead, What?
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Filtbot?
Where is Philbot?
I don't know. You were saying what happened. Anyway, wait a minute. I think I got it. Let me see if I can. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Tell me if I get it right, okay? When I left to get the rag, you touched the plasmatron. I told you. You touched the plasmatron. You turned into one of those snarling beasts.
No, I did.
Yes. And then,
I did?
Yes. And then, if what you said is correct, then he reprogrammed the Filtbot and turned it into Filtenstein, and now it's off to dump oil in the Delta. Are you remembering any of this?
Yes, it's all sounding familiar now. See, I became a monster.
You did.
I became Mr. Slyde. Oh, that's terrible.
You just proved your theory is correct.
That's true, but I can't
Congratulations
sound too
on
happy
that,
about
but that's
that.
not good because now we got a monster that's gonna dump oil in the Delta.
All over the Delta.
I got it. I know what to do.
The fishies and the what?
I know what to do.
Yes?
All we have to do, because I'm sure that Filtenstein is dumping cans and bottles on the ground on his way to the Delta. So all we have to do is follow the trail, and then we'll
Mr.
stop.
Funnel, Mr. Funnel. No, he won't dump his cans and bottles unless Mr. Slyde told him to directly.
Really?
Dump the can on the ground.
No, now wait a minute. Before, you said that it didn't listen to your voice commands, it only worked with that controller thing.
That's right.
So what's the deal?
I don't know. He's listening to Mr. Slyde's voice commands. That's very interesting.
That is interesting, but that doesn't really help us right now, because what we need to do is find that robot or get it back back here somehow and stop it from dumping the oil in the Delta, because that's gonna make a big, huge mess.
I have an idea. I'll make a giant oil recycling robot.
Oh,
rat.
that's
yes.
so great.
I figure it'll take me about 12 to 18 months to gather the necessary materials and get the necessary grants.
12 to, wait a minute. It's not gonna, we don't have 12 minutes. We don't have 12 months. We gotta have that robot back here right now.
Well, did you have any better ideas, Mr. Funnelhead?
In fact, I do. All we need to do is use your little controller here.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why don't you
I can do it, I can do
really?
it. All right, let me get the robot back here. Come here, Filton.
Yeah, but it's a little more complicated than that, Mr. Funnelhead. Oh, look, he's back.
All right.
Ooh, now
I gotta reprogram. I can do it. I can do it. I saw you. Ah! Ooh, what happened? Did it fall?
It fell.
Is it okay? Does it still work? Hi. Just a second.
It's broken.
Oh my. Okay, I have a plan. It's
Good.
a very ingenious plan. And the plan is
Yes?
run!
Run! Wait! I got an idea.
Where'd he go?
When he comes back again.
Good idea, good. I think I know what you're gonna do.
Slyde, what is this? And what do you do with it?
This is a giant used oil filter. It needs to be taken to the nearest used oil recycling center. Call 1-800-NO-DUMPING for nearest facility. I will take it there now.
Well,
I think that bought us a little bit of time. But
all right, but we still have a giant oil filter that's going around dumping oil.
Yes.
We gotta stop him.
we have to reprogram it. Unfortunately, the control broke.
That was my bad.
No,
sorry
that
about
might be
that.
my
Sorry
bad.
about
I'm really sorry about that.
Now I'm remembering something that you said. You said that the robot listens to your alter ego, Mr. Slyde, right?
Yes, he does, but Mr.
So-
Slyde's nowhere around, of course.
But wait a minute. You're Mr. Slyde.
No, now wait a second. I am not touching used motor oil and then touching the plasmatron.
No, I don't
refuse.
want you to do that because Mr. Slyde is a bad guy. We don't want him to come back. But you can pretend to be Mr. Slyde. You remember what he was like, right?
Yes, he was really mean, and he said
Oh.
bad words like idiot and things like
Ooh,
that.
that's a bad word. So how did he talk? Did he talk a little kind of squeaky and annoying like you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry. Did he have a high-pitched voice like
No, he was had a different kind of voice. He was mean and lower voice. Lower.
Show me.
Robot, don't do that. I want you to dump it on the ground.
Does that sound
And he
mean?
laughed.
Does that sound mean to anybody? Not really. You gotta work on your acting skills. I know.
I can't do this. I'm no actor. Besides, I don't have green hair.
Oh, but you have that stage fright. What are you gonna do about that?
That's what I'm saying. I can't do it, Mr. Funnelhead.
Come on! We gotta work together. Look, give him a little encouragement. Give him a little round of applause. We know that you've got it in you to play Mr. Slyde, and you gotta stop that robot.
I suppose I could give it a try.
All right, come on, try again. Give me your mean.
Mr. Belton Slyde, I command you to dump it on the ground.
Come on, someone just, I don't know, took your lunch money. How do you feel about that?
Slyde is here.
All right, good. Now, the trouble is you don't have green hair. I don't know what we're gonna do about
Well, I
that.
have chemicals right here. I can probably dye my hair in a jiffy. Why don't I take care of that? You get the monster back now.
Okay. All right, so how do you get the monster back here now with the controllers? A character in a show can never resist when everyone calls his or her name out. They always appear. So, on 3, we're all gonna say Filtonstein on 3. Can you do it?
What do you
Can
think?
do it? Okay.
Like the same? That's the
All
best
right.
I can do on a short
It's good enough. All right, so on 3, we're gonna say Filtonstein all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Filtonstein!
Oh, you get
It always works. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Okay, come on.
All right, here we go. Now, Filtonstein is not nice for you.
Come here.
What?
That's not mean. You gotta be mean. Give him some applause, everybody. Come on, be mean.
Filtonstein, I come dumping your oil on the ground. Ha 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 ha.
Does not compute.
Does not compute.
Input 3 good reasons.
Oh, 3 good reasons.
Oh, the robot wants 3 good reasons that it shouldn't be dumping his motor oil.
3 good reasons.
Oh,
man.
well, we know. We know the 3 good reasons. We talked about it earlier. Do you guys remember? Okay, the first one is, it's not expensive, it's free. That's right. It's not expensive, it's free.
You hear
So
that?
that's one
It's
good
free. Ha 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 ha.
Right. And then, it's not difficult, it's easy. That's right.
Easy.
All you gotta do is do what? Call 1-800. Exactly, and they'll tell you where the nearest oil recycling center is. You can bring your oil there or your filter, your used oil filters. Very good. So it's free, it's easy, and what's the third thing? It's not silly, but it's cool.
Cool. Ha 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 ha.
It's cool. That's 3 good
Now
reasons.
just say it with us. Free, easy, cool.
Okay,
Say
right
it.
in.
Free, easy, cool. One more time. Free, easy, cool. Okay, now, Willie, one more time. Free, easy, cool. Free, easy, cool. Free, easy, cool. Ooh, that's weird.
Hey, look, let's take this hat off.
Okay.
Because that's like the part of the reason
You think
he's being
so?
so evil.
All right, let's put it over here. All right. Philbot, awake. Oh, you respond to my voice command. Wow. Philbot, what is this and what do you do with it?
This is used motor oil. It needs to be taken to the nearest used oil recycling center